So, Steve, from Florida to Wisconsin now, one of our premier battleground states. They had their primary there last night. What do we know this morning about Wisconsin as we head into November that perhaps we didn't know yesterday?
Well, I think we know what we knew yesterday largely, which is it's going to be a battleground that could be decisive in this election. And obviously the margins, the last two elections, and it's not just the last two elections. Outside of the Obama years, the margins in Wisconsin have been close for a long time here. So you could see Biden winning it by 0.6% here, a margin of 20,000 in 2020. And I think the places to look on this map, we'll be talking a lot about them between now and Election Day and certainly on Election night. You look in the suburbs here of Milwaukee, particularly Waukesha County, Ozaukee County. These are still big Republican suburbs, but they've become a lot less Republican since Donald Trump came along. And even between 16 and 20, this is a big reason Trump won this state in 16, lost in 20. He didn't get as much out of Ozaukee and Waukesha counties in 2020 as he did in 16. Trump also in 2016 had big surges in counties that have mid-sized small cities in them, places like Brown County, where Green Bay is, places like La Crosse County, where La Crosse is. And the problem Trump had again in 2020 was he still won Brown County here, but he didn't win it by as much as he did in 16. So he's got to improve. He's got to stop the losses in places like the suburbs, stop the losses in places like Green Bay, and he's actually got to claw back there some that he gave up in 2020, because the other problem Trump has is this one right here, Madison, state capital, University of Wisconsin. It's growing in population. It's getting more and more Democratic, and I think Democrats can squeeze even more out of here. So we'll be talking certainly a lot about those dynamics.
It's going to be fascinating to watch. And Steve, we mentioned at the top a push by Trump and some Republicans to change the electoral vote distribution in Nebraska, the critical battleground state of Nebraska. Can you walk us through why that would be such a big deal this November?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take you through a scenario here, and I think you could see how this one electoral vote could actually be huge in this election. So this is where things ended in 2020, 306, 232 Biden. First thing to remember, we had a census since then. Some states got more electoral votes, some got less. So if you ran the election all over again and you got the exact same result in terms of the states, it would now be 303, 235. Just on population shift, Trump gains 3 electoral votes. Now, we've been saying mathematically, what is Trump's most efficient way to get from there to 270? We'll just start working in order here of the states in terms of how close they were in 20. This was the closest one he lost. Arizona, about 10,000 votes. Sake of argument, what happens if Trump wins Arizona? There you go. He'd move to 246. Second closest, Georgia, just under 12,000 votes in 2020. If Trump were to get Georgia, now he's up to 262. And this is where Nebraska comes in. Because right now, with Arizona and Georgia, Trump would need one of the big Big Ten states that he lost, Wisconsin, Michigan, or Pennsylvania. But what happens if Nebraska changes this rule? Then another state comes into play, and it's one that Republicans are very bullish on. It's Nevada. Nevada was blue in 16 and 20, but the margin's only about 2 points. And demographically, Republicans think this is a state where they got a future. So look what happens if Trump gets Nevada, 268 right now. But if Nebraska changes the rules, that congressional district
don't do it,
Trump
Steve.
won, there it is.
Don't do it.
269. And that's a reminder. If it is a tie, the House breaks the tie, and it's not every member who votes. It's every state delegation. Right. And the Republicans are expected to control more delegations than Democrats. So the expectation is if it ever landed this way, it's advantage Trump.
Steve Kornacki haunting our nightmares for months to come with the 269 ties. Steve, thank you for breaking it all down for us.
You got it.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.